I think I've loved hockey my whole life. Ever since I can remember, I wanted to be on the ice, skating and playing, so it's just kind of always been with me. I definitely am not one to sit out. I'd never missed a game in my career until the last month and a half. Bad timing, being in an Olympic tryout and trying to make a roster, and then you're this close to the Olympics and all of a sudden I get ankle surgery and I come back from that just to break my finger. It's definitely been hard. It's been a lot of adversity, and for me, I hate sitting out. If you could, I played the rest of the game with my ankle. I tried to play with the finger. I'm still trying to play with the broken finger, and I would play if they let me any day. I mean, that's just how I am. I don't like to be out. I'll do anything to play. I love it. You can walk through every game I play in. We can talk about every scenario and learn from that. It also definitely sometimes when you're playing a bad game, it can let you know you're playing a bad game. When your dad's a coach, he likes to let you know. But I think it's really helped me develop. I'm for sure mean on the ice. I play with a little edge. I get in people's faces. The second the game is over, I can be more opposite. I'll go through the line and tell everybody they had a great game, smiling. Off the ice, I'm probably one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. I love to joke around, have fun, and I think I bring that on the ice too. I'm always trying to have fun, say jokes. If people are maybe making fun of me a little bit, I love it. I think it's hilarious. I can make fun of myself with the best of them. So when people on the other team are maybe giving me some chirps, I always laugh. I'm never one to get mad about it. I think it's just the way I grew up. I think I grew up playing boys hockey first of all, and guys obviously I think give it to each other a lot more than girls do, I think, in that way. And I was always one to take it and give it for sure. And then I grew up with a lot of coaches who were definitely hard on you, would say it how it is, could scream in your face, and you were supposed to just say, yes, coach, and you weren't supposed to overthink it, and you moved on, and it's just easy for me. Nothing really ever gets to me. It's incredible to be on the ice with these players who have really done it all, been through everything, through silvers, golds, world championships, who have just, from when they were younger, making these teams and still here, still being some of our best players. It's awesome because you look up to them and you know that they are just incredible players, but you also are friends with them and you could go to them with anything and they're just your peers. But then when you really look at it, you're like, yeah, I grew up in like high school, maybe even middle school, watching these players play. So it's a really cool moment. I never really had that First Nations discussion or connections when I was younger. It was just kind of, I knew who I was, and I think I was surrounded by other Indigenous players and kids in my community, and it wasn't uncommon to see other Indigenous people playing hockey. It was a very common thing, and I don't think it was till college that it really clicked for me how rare it is to make it at this level as an Indigenous player. For me personally, I think a lot of it is getting kids exposed and making it accessible. I think that is the biggest thing, is that hockey can be a very intimidating and not welcoming sport, and I think it's about getting kids with sticks and gloves and teaching them the basics of hockey so that if they go up to the rink, they're not going to be embarrassed or not feel like they don't belong. You see a lot of Indigenous players playing hockey in Canada, but a lot of that did start because they wanted, in the residential schools, they would make players try to become more assimilated to white culture, and they would make them play hockey, and that's kind of where a lot of that came from. So obviously it's a little mixed with the culture there, and I think you could for sure still be an outsider playing hockey back in those days, and still even. So it's about trying to make sure hockey is more of an inclusive sport. The support you receive from my own tribe and from everybody else just who wants to see an Indigenous player thrive, it's really great to feel like you have so many people behind you.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video, check out these other videos from USA Today to stay up to date with all the latest news.